Hey, good Super Bowl Sunday, everybody. This is Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich. We're dodging most of the heavier rain today so far, kind of light stuff, but we're kind of getting our eyes set for Monday, which could be a pretty active weather day here in the Carolinas. The severe weather risk is going up just a hair, and I'm going to tell you why. So here's the wider view. You can see we do have scattered showers today, and expect it not to be a washout or tremendous downpours all day long, but you're going to see waves of light rain. The real concern going into tomorrow is going to be what's happening off to our west and southwest over Texas, Louisiana. This area of low pressure is going to track basically due east, and that's going to end up having a pretty big impact on our weather for Monday and potentially bring us the risk of some strong and severe storms in the Carolinas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the severe weather outlook for today, and we'll pop it up here, and you can see the risk again along this front and ahead of this low pressure across Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. But as we go into tomorrow, I'm going to turn off the radar here. We're going to go into your Monday. You'll see the risk begins to shift off to the Carolinas, and now we've got a much bigger medium risk for severe storms for most of Georgia, Alabama, South Carolina, up to the North Carolina border with low risk across most of North Carolina. Now, what's the main risk here? Well, primarily it's going to be wind. Here's the probability of damaging winds. We've got 5 and then 15%. But I do want to show you the tornado probability, near 2% in the green, but you see this area kind of brown, kind of shaded, mustardy color. It's got a weird color. This is actually where we have the chance of 5% tornado. So got to keep an eye on this, especially for the Midlands, I think, of South Carolina as we go into tomorrow. So let's take a quick look at the Futurecast. So we'll get right into the Futurecast. So today, Super Bowl Sunday, here we are at 10 o'clock in the morning. We'll go through time. You can see scattered showers, probably a pretty significant lull in the rain this afternoon. I do expect most of the afternoon up until about game time. We're probably going to be dry, but then we're going to see secondary surges of moisture coming in from the southwest. And we'll likely see some scattered showers developing tonight during the game or after the game and really overnight. Look at that big area of showers. And yes, there will be thunderstorms embedded in there as this pushes off to the east. So by the time we get into the early morning hours of Monday, there's likely going to be heavy rains. That's why Monday's shaping up to be a really, really wet day, especially the first half. You see the showers moving through. The concerning area for severe weather is going to be on the southern edge of this. You see down in here, these are the cells that are going to be tapping into this warm, humid air from the south. So if there's going to be severe weather, it's primarily going to be down here. We'll be kind of on the edge from Columbia to Charlotte to Jacksonville to Raleigh. So we'll keep an eye on it. There's a little bit more question here about the severe risk. I'm a little more confident down in here that we're going to see a much bigger risk of severe storms. You can see that. I mean, that's just nasty. That's some heavy, heavy rain. And we didn't even talk about the heavy rain risk. That's going to be on top of this. So even if you don't see severe, the risk for very heavy rains will be with us. So this is during the day tomorrow. You get the idea. It is going to be a very wet Monday. And some of these storms could be pretty nasty down into South Carolina, up to the North Carolina border. But we'll have to watch for severe weather area wide. Will be probably along the front. There definitely is going to be a pretty strong line of storms, maybe right along the front. And that could be another batch of severe weather that pushes in. So a couple waves. This will likely be snow on the backside. In fact, I'll show you the snow in a minute, but there likely will be a little bit of snow on the backside of this as this pushes through. I just have the regular precip types in here. So we'll look at the snowfall real quickly, but I'll loop this one more time just to show you. This is going to be a wet, wet Monday with the risk of some severe storms. Real quick glance at the severe weather parameters. This is that significant tornado parameter. We'll go into tonight and into early Monday. You can see not a ton of the significant tornado parameter coming up, but notice as we go into the afternoon ahead of that line, again, this is not a huge risk, it looks like, but you see that just ahead of the line, there's likely going to be some fuel for this as this pushes off to the east. I mean, that's definitely something I'll keep an eye on. We'll quickly look at the tornado tracks, or these rotation tracks we sometimes refer to them as. Let me put the loop on here real quickly. We'll kind of spin this up. The tornado tracks across our area. You can see up into the Midlands. I'm going to stop it right here. We'll go all the way through. Again, not a ton up in here, but down in here, that area I talked about when we were looking at the Futurecast radar. It's definitely going to be from the Midlands to South Carolina down in here, where there's going to be the potential for some rotating storm. And then let's surface-based CAPE, or what we call thunderstorm fuel. It's what we refer to as thunderstorm fuel, but it's essentially CAPE. You see some of that instability coming north today and tonight, and then tomorrow, a little bit coming north. So again, not the properties here aren't off the charts or the ingredients for a ton of severe weather. I think the flash flood risk is going to be much higher, to be honest with you. Let's go back to the Futurecast real quickly here. We'll kind of show you the back side of this. I wanted to show you the snow. on the backside. You can see that there's going to be some potential for some snow on the backside of this as it moves into the mountains, but it won't be a huge deal. It's going to be the severe weather risk on the front side. So real quick, before I leave you, we're going to talk about the severe weather risk. Let's talk about the heavy rain risk as well and how much rain could fall. So quick glance at the flash flood outlook. The green is the lowest. It's a 5 to 10% chance of flash flooding. That's for today. For Monday, you could see most of our area will be in the 5 to 10% chance, and then we'll go into Tuesday. Obviously, all this will be long gone. So what about those totals? Let's look at those. Okay, tonight through tomorrow, these are the 1-day totals, the 2-day totals, and then 3-day totals. Kind of get you into Tuesday. Kind of give you an idea. The heaviest rain is going to be mainly south, and again, around Charlotte. Some of the guidance is spitting out up to 3 inches of rain. So flash flooding might end up being the biggest issue for us. So we'll keep a close eye on this, but just I know with the Super Bowl going on today, people will be distracted by that, and that's great. Just know that Monday could be a really soggy, wet day, flash flooding, and a small and severe weather risk, especially the further south you go. Of course, I will be posting updates tonight during the game into the overnight, and we'll have you covered on Monday. Have a great Sunday, everybody, and stay tuned for updates. Enjoy the game.